Hello and welcome to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. I'm Jeff, and today is going to be the final episode, at least I hope it is, part 7 of building set number 910029, the Mountain Fortress. Now, for those on Rumble, this is going to be my first time I did this. I just figured out how to do a live stream on Rumble and YouTube at the same time, so I apologize for that. But if you want to watch the whole entire series of live streams, 7 of them, head over to YouTube. There is a playlist, and you are more than welcome to watch it. In fact, I encourage it. So anyway, we are starting today. Let's see if this thing will cooperate with me, which I've had a lot of trouble with my machine today. Okay, this is bag 21. So we got 1 through 20 done. There's bags 21, 22, and 23, and then this particular thing is done. And I'm going to switch cameras so you can see what has been being done so far. So let me do that. Okay. So it looks like the majority of what we're going to be doing is right here. At least I hope. I don't really see anywhere else anything can go. So hello, Greg, and hello, Mrs. Chip. And I'm going to switch over to Rumble to see if I can see the comments, if there are any comments and if they're coming through, because I had trouble in my last stream on that. So let's head over there. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the sound. Okay, there are no what do you call it, comments over at Rumble. Okay, let's head back over. How's my day going, Greg? Today was a very weird sort of day. It started off wrong. It kind of continued to go wrong, and I don't know what I just knocked over. Oh, my mouse. Okay, cool. So now I'm killing computer mouse is why I'm at it. I woke up with a text message from Spencer saying that he was about an hour away and he had locked himself out of his car. And unfortunately, he did it while at a gas station, at a gas pump, and they threatened to tow him. I did not know where the spare key was. So that was interesting. And what the heck is going on here? Okay, so I built it right. So how are we? Oh, that's how we're doing that. Okay. He ordered the Ferrari F40 Speed Champions. That is awesome, Greg. You know I'm a Speed Champions fan, so you're talking right in the right direction here. You're preaching to the choir, as they say. Awesome. So I hope you get it soon, Greg, and I hope that you enjoyed the build. So back to what's the story. So Spencer was told they were going to tow him if he didn't move soon. I didn't know where the keys were, but we do have what do you call it, towing on our insurance. So I called them or filled it out on the app, and they told me that it was going to be at least 3 hours before they could get there. Well, actually, they originally said 90 minutes, then they said 3 hours. They changed it for whatever reason. Maybe they're just really busy. And then on top of that, Max was annoying me. He wanted attention right then and there. And I didn't want to give it to him because I was trying to figure out where the keys were. Max, in his anger, plopped down real hard onto my backpack. And I have this backpack that's made for my laptop, and I take it with me to shows. And, well, it's got a lot of pockets to it. I don't use it. In fact, the last time I used the backpack was my last show in April. So I wasn't really expecting to look in there. But when Max plopped real hard on the backpack was draped over some dumbbells, and I heard metal hit metal. And I was thinking that was too loud for the zipper. So I really didn't know what to think of it. So I was like, I better check that out. So I went ahead and I looked in the backpack, and in one of the many, many pockets in there, the keys to Spencer's car, the spare keys, were in there. So I can honestly say that Max helped find the keys right in time too. So I ended up driving an hour away and opened up his car so that he could move his car and it wasn't towed. So that's good. Hey, Cajun, how you doing? Um, if you want to join Cajun, just let me know. I could send you a link. Or yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. Uh, I'm kind of tired because I woke up early and I wasn't supposed to get up early, but I think it was meant to be because what happened with Spencer and being there, and I needed to be there, or else they would have towed the car and it would have been a mess to get it back. So you feel awesome, dude. I'm glad to hear that. Um, I haven't heard from Cliff. I know Cliff was feeling a little under the weather too, actually a lot under the weather. Um, awesome. I'm glad to hear you doing all right, man. So what have you been working on recently in your on your channel, Yeti? What kind of videos are you putting out? I saw like a city update one, um, not too far back. But what are some other things you're working on? Oh, I used the wrong ones here. Let me fix that. Cliff's not doing good. Dang it. I'll have to reach out to him. I have his phone number. I'll text him. Thanks for letting me know. Um, a mock graveyard. That's awesome, dude. So you're gonna do like mausoleums and tombstones and all that good stuff. What's your plan there? There should be 5 of these. I know this might sound a little stupid, but I'll say it because that's how I feel. It always feels good to come to the end of one of these large builds. These large builds are something else, and this one like it's taking 7 live streams. I'm gonna switch over to Rumble real quick, see if there's any comments over there. All right, I don't see any. Okay. And I thought about that too, making a graveyard. Um, I've been building cities my whole life, pretty much, and I have pictures of a graveyard that I made when I was like 12 or 13 years old. So, oh, I messed this up. Janet, you made great progress. I just finished mine yesterday. Awesome, Janet. How long did it? I mean, you probably didn't time it, but just out of curiosity, how long would you say it took you to finish up on this? And I'm actually kind of wondering which one I'm going to do next. I have the Parisian street thing, and then I have the general store left because I built the train one. I built on Yeti's channel, or actually, no, was it Yeti? No, it was my channel, but Yeti was there. That's right. Um, I've built the snack shack, and then now, of course, I'm building the this one here. About 10 to 12 hours. Cool. Awesome, Kenneth. So, is this a good time to do a YouTube live stream for you, Kenneth? I mean, do you usually have lunch about the same time? And I appreciate that. I take that as an absolute compliment. That I'm your. Would you say? I don't want to say it wrong. My favorite YouTube Lego Master Wall on my 30-minute. Okay, yeah. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate those kind words. So I also been working on the Avengers Tower. I made a little bit of progress, and I ordered pieces. And what the problem with Bricklink, I love Bricklink because, I mean, I don't know of any other way to get the pieces quite the way I want to, because even Lego doesn't carry everything. Even though they're the one that manufacture it, they don't carry everything all the time. So Bricklink is very helpful in that regard. Even though I like it, there was a guy I ordered from well over a week ago, and I just barely got the notification today that he shipped it. So the pieces that I need for the Avengers Tower just barely got sent, even though I ordered them over a week ago. So I'm not going to be able to do a update video anytime soon because I need those pieces to come in and work on it. And Greg asked a question. Greg says, "What is your favorite Lego pieces?" I would say that a lot of the Lego pieces that I really, really like are mostly the tools and stuff that can fit in a minifigure's hand. Um, I love like the shovel, the pickaxe, the miner axe. The back when I was a kid, they only had the wrench and the hammer and the axe. That was it when it came to the Lego tools that could fit in their hands. And then now they've come up with that little tool pack. It's got the star wrench. It's got a regular wrench. It's got a hammer, a screwdriver, a drill. I can't remember what else. Those are my favorite pieces. I think those really add a lot to Lego. What's your guys' favorite piece, by the way? Anybody want to? I'd love to hear it. And you don't necessarily have to tell me why, but if you want to tell me that too, hey, you don't have to justify it's what I'm saying. If it's your favorite piece, it's your favorite piece. And there's a few jokes in there, but I got to leave those out. So let's go check Rumble here real quick, see what's going on there. All right, we got 2 people watching over there. Well, I appreciate you guys. If you would, hit the Rumble button over there, and over here, if you would, hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. I'm going to head back to StreamYard there, and lost my mouse. You know something, Yeti? I like the color trans blue as well. Um, the light trans blue, because they have the dark one too. The dark one, it really reminds me of space, because as a kid, about the only thing that did come in dark trans blue was space parts, especially the cockpits and the windows and that kind of stuff. But I mean, since they've used it for other things, so it's all right. But um, as a kid, that's just what I'm used to. And I think if you use any of the trans colors properly, it can really add to the build. Oh, I forgot a few pieces. Let me throw those on there real quick. And this ingot piece, as they call it, it's not my favorite piece, but I do like using it, especially in stonework. I think it adds I think it adds a certain like detail to it. I like it, and I've used it before in my city, my old city when I lived in Utah. I haven't got to that part of the city here in Idaho, and I'm not building the same exact city. It's all over the place. It's totally different. And Janet says, so far, the only channel that I've seen build or even review this set since release. You know, that's a shame, because I think this is a great set. And I think that, well, I don't think a lot of people, but there's been enough people that I don't think they bought it to have it. I've seen a lot, and by a lot I mean a couple hundred, and they only made like I think 20 or 30,000 of these, but there's been a couple hundred of them for sale on Bricklink and eBay, and so it kind of upsets me when they do that because it just makes me feel like maybe I'm just being too choosy, but like they're not a true fan. Because why would you buy it just to resell it? But maybe they're not, and maybe that's the one way they make some money. But I don't like it, and I don't resell these ones. I do have a Bricklink shop, but my Bricklink shop does not get these Bricklink designer ones. And there's John. Hey, John, how's it going? Or is it like oh, what is that? Here's Johnny. Well, John, welcome. It's good to see you, man. Okay, can you believe that? We are already done with bag 21. We're going to move on to bag 22 here. And John says, let's see, good evening. I'm making progress on my F-22 build. Yeah, that's cool, man. And John, he likes to collect the Kobe brand, and I don't see anything wrong with that. I know there's some Lego purists out there, and that's cool. You can be a purist as well. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I do like the fact that there is another brick company out there that will make military vehicles. My wife's in the military. My dad was in the military. So I think military vehicles are cool. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Sorry, my computer is going a little slow. I rebooted it this time. Maybe it's just my laptop's getting old, guys. It's quite a few years old now. I like this. This reminds me of an old cathedral window. Looks pretty cool. Oh, okay. So Kenneth said my lunch break at work depends on how the assembly runs and if the robots are down. I brought 3 JM Bricklayer medieval castle Lego sets from their website. Oh, awesome, man. That is cool. So did you buy 3 of the same or 3 different ones? And I mean, which ones did you get? And John says, I'm getting $150 back from my CPAP as a settlement meant for a lawsuit. Yes, I know about that, John. I was part of the same thing because I had one of those machines that was faulty. Or so they said it had the potential to be. And yeah, the Philips, yeah. So there's some quieting foam inside these CPAP machines to make them run quieter. And apparently some people got cancer from using it. And so if you've ever had one of those machines, you had to join the thing and the class action lawsuit and all that. And, yeah, I mean, it was easy. If I remember right, it was just a little postcard you filled out. I filled it out, but I haven't seen anything yet. But then again, I've moved since the lawsuit started, so I don't know. I may not see it. It's not a huge deal. And John says, so I'm getting either the USS Iowa or the SLS. Not sure about the S. Okay. All right. Well, Iowa's a good choice. Again, military vehicles. You guys might have seen that. I don't remember how many feet long, but it's that huge USS Missouri battleship made out of Lego. I think it was Brickmania that did it. Now that is pretty cool. And then they have a store in San Diego and in Minnesota, maybe other places, but that's the only 2 that I know of. But the one in San Diego, they did a landing craft for the U.S. Marines. You're going to the Lego store next Friday. No, actually, I'm not. I'm going to order online and just let it come to me. How about you, Greg? If I remember right, isn't the Lego store a couple hours from you, like 2 hours or something? It's an hour and I think it's about an hour and 40 minutes from me. That's why I don't really go anymore. It's just too far. It's not that I don't enjoy the Lego store. I sure do, but and yeah, it's 12 feet long and 4 foot wide. Yeah, it really is. It's crazy. So I cannot find. Oh, there it is. See, I keep thinking I'm missing pieces, but it's just me. It's only me. And Greg says he's not in the mood. Greg's always invited. He knows that. All he's got to do is let me know. And, hey, I totally respect that. Being tired, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm tired too, man. I woke up early, like I said, to take care of Spencer. So, oh, that's not really sticking too well. Hopefully that sticks better with something else later. Okay, I seen it in Alabama whenever I went for Brick Fair 2021. Awesome. Different ones, medieval town watermill, a medieval golden lion castle, and blacksmith. I have to go back. Okay, well, thanks, Kenneth, for being here for as long as you could. I appreciate it, and hopefully we'll catch you again. I'm sure we will. I'll be doing other live streams later. And, I was actually missing part of the gate. Oh, really? So, okay. So did Lego, did they give you any trouble about getting another one? She wants to play now. How's the big baby? You mean Enzo? He's doing all right. If you're talking about Mrs. Chip, she's all right too. All right, I better quit making fun of her. She's gonna kill me later. But as my friend Jim says, she can only kill you once. Now Mrs. Chip's doing pretty good, I think. We talked a little bit today. So you guys, I don't know what to say because no, maybe I shouldn't say anything about that because it's so up in the air. Yeah, I won't. I'll save my announcements for later when I know something's for sure. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out a few things right now. Hopefully sooner than later. All right. I'm not finding a piece, but that's okay. I've got one over here, so we'll just borrow that. I just took it from Boba Fett's throne room. Didn't want to wait for. Okay, well, I totally get that. Yeah, I've done that too. Oh, it helps if you put it the right way. So, Janet, since you have one of these, overall, how do you like the set? Oh boy, I just messed that up. Let me go over here. Let's try that. Okay. Okay, for some reason, my computer is not cooperating. It's super annoying. Yeah, now it wants to go ahead. Okay, well, whatevers. And she's going to buy 8 Batman brickheads. Oh, yeah, she probably will. And that's okay if she does. I mean, after all, I've been known to buy multiples of each set. And we gotta give it to Miss Chip. She deserves an award. She puts up with me, and I really mean that. Okay, this thing is just like taking forever. I was afraid of this because it slows down my stream when I have to like wait for 10 seconds to 15 seconds for every time I push the thing to have it go to another page to build. It's kind of annoying, to be honest, but I mean, I think we've all heard a Weird Al song, First World Problems. That's definitely what I'm having tonight. It's first world problems. Okay, so this is not quite what it should be. Let's see if I can. Oh, there, that goes. There we go. Okay, cool. I feel it looks more detailed than most sets, and I agree with you. I love it. It was my favorite build and looked great with Town Square. Yeah, something. Yeah, I have that one too. I'll have to mash them up and see how they line up exactly. Because that's a really good point. That's a pretty recent set. I mean, I know this is not the same set that you were talking about, Janet, but another recent set that I really liked was the Viking Village. I think they did a really good job with that one being detailed. I do agree that this particular set is even more detailed than that set. Still need to get the Lions Knights cast. That one's a good one too. I put that one together on this channel shortly after it came out. And if you enjoyed this one, you'll enjoy that one. It's a pretty good build as well. And a ton of detail. And in fact, the feel of them, sometimes it's similar, but they are different, and they've each got their own little charm. But I like how both of them have a drawbridge that is actually functional. Man, he's out, man. I feel bad for him because he likes to be wherever I'm at. And it doesn't matter where I'm at. He wants to be there. So, like when I'm out in the shop and it's 100 degrees out there, I mean, I struggle, but not like him. He's wearing a winter coat all the time. And it doesn't matter. He just wants to be out there with me. So he was out there with me today, and he's laying on the floor like all wiped out. He's such a good trooper. He also came with me this morning too when I helped Spencer out. So, and Dino Brickhaven, evening, happy building and good day to all. Hey, Dino, how you doing? Yes, Janet, Viking Village was another great one. And there's a rumor that Lego is remaking the Ewok Village. I hope they do. That is a set that, when it came out, I bought it. And I didn't have time to build it, so it sat for a couple weeks. And during that time, if I remember right, 2 of our 3 cars broke, and they were not under warranty, so it was a costly repair. And I'm sitting there looking at the Ewok Village just sitting there, and I hadn't opened it. So I returned it, and I told Mrs. Chip, I said, I'd like to get this again before it, goes out of production. And believe it or not, it was less than a month after that is when Lego discontinued it. So I don't have it. Jeff Rue wants to do the same thing. She has to be behind me when I build Legos in the kitchen. That's awesome. And, John, that's what I really do like about having a dog is that they're just awesome companions, man. And they don't really complain about much either. Enzo occasionally protests about things. It just makes me laugh. Oh, and my neighbor, he took his horses today. Those guys, they mowed down the whole entire back there, so there wasn't any more food for him, so he just took them out. I want the UCS Imperial Shuttle, and that is one too that I missed out on. I thought about parting that one out because there's only a couple pieces that are unique to it, and I don't really care about the minifigures. So I was just thinking about building it out of brick, and doing it that way. But the old saying is too many irons in the fire. And if you know me, that's definitely the case. Too many irons in the fire. So as much as I want to do it, I'm probably never going to get to it. I've still got a ton. I don't know. I've got so many ideas. Pinterest is my weakness. Because I go on Pinterest and I have different like pin boards, or what they call them, of different categories of Lego, and I've got like 4,000 things that I've saved, literally, that I'm like, oh yeah, one of these days I want to. No, I don't. I'm never going to get to it. Let's see. She demands belly rubs and zooms from time to time. I wish Kobe would do the demo teams like the Thunderbirds and the Blue Angels. I'd buy 7. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Steve, how's it going, man? Rancor Steve's in the house. And if you guys haven't seen his channel, definitely check him out. And also Cajun Yeti. I don't know if you're still here, but Cajun's got a channel too. And Cajun, I support him as well. He's a good man. They're both good people. So when's your next stream, Steve? And actually, I'm going to switch over to Rumble, see if there's any comments over there. There is not. All right. Okay, well, I didn't do that right. Let me catch up. Oh, and interesting. So there's a gal that I grew up with, and I say it loosely. We went to the same church as kids, her family and mine, and I kind of lost touch with them because they moved away when I was a lot younger, probably a 7 or 8 when they moved. And then all of a sudden I see her on Facebook, and I don't know how Facebook knew that I knew her. But Facebook one day just randomly said, hey, do you know this girl? And I was like, yeah, actually I do. So I did a friend request. Anyway, where I'm getting at is I saw her picture on Facebook where she took pictures of these cabinets that she had. And I was really surprised because she said, hey, John, awesome. So the comments do come over here. Thanks, John, for doing that. I was having trouble with that. So yeah, she put a picture of some cabinets on there, and she said that she organized all of her boys' Legos, and it took her like 4 days. And I thought it was so cool. I sent her a picture on her thread of my wall Lego, and she's like, I can't ever let my boys see that, because if they saw that, then I would lose my garage. Possibly Saturday, not sure yet. But if I do build Saturday, it's going to be the Bugatti Chiron. Okay, awesome. And that's the newer one, the not the $400 one. I think I know which one you're talking about. Awesome. And yeah, I would love to collaborate with Steve. And anytime he's streaming, if he wants some backup, all he's got to do is let me know. And if I'm available, I will jump on there. Okay, so missing a piece there. They got a bunch of these hinge plates on here. I wonder if it's just decoration or if it's actually functional. I was going to say dysfunctional, but I don't want to remember my childhood. I'm just kidding. My childhood was not dysfunctional. I actually have some really good parents. And I'm grateful for the example that my dad set for me, because my dad was is, because he's still around, but my dad's a good man. Any plans for the weekend? No, actually, I don't, Greg. Well, okay, I do have plans, but it only involves me around the house. I'm not going to go anywhere. I still have some pieces I need to put away. Actually, I have a lot of pieces that need to be put away. So I've been working on that a little bit here and there, and I'll probably do some more this weekend. I will probably work on my shop this weekend, because I need to get some more electrical work done. And John says, I'm going to try to finish my F-22. It's going to be hot, good 24-hour Lego stream. I'm going to try to make progress cleaning out my garage. That is not a bad idea. I need to clean out mine as well. Yeah, I need to clean out mine. I've just been trying to stay on top of the trash, because I get a lot of cardboard because of the Lego, and then of course, being as far out as I am, I do a lot of what do you call it, Amazon orders. So I've always got a bunch of cardboard trash. I'm just trying to stay on top of that. John, Jeff, and I have talked about making a day where we do a collab. Yeah, and we should. I'm all for it, man. And when I say we should, I'm not trying to put pressure on you. I'm saying I would really enjoy that. There it is. Just trying to get everything in those storage containers. Were you the one that sent me that thing with the shelf with the 27-gallon, what do you call it, totes, John? I'm sorry, I can't even think. I should be able to think. It's not that critical. Yeah, okay. Two bald and gray beard Lego man. Yeah, instead of like two men in a truck, it's yeah. I can go for that title. I mean, it's very accurate. Oh, you know what? I saw that video of that geyser that at Yellowstone that went crazy, and there are people that were running from it. I saw that. Oh, I didn't do that right. Let me see if I can pay attention for a little bit and get it done. I want to get everything in those containers for ease of moving or flooding. Well, that's not a bad goal, John. Okay. Well, yeah, it helps you follow directions, and I'm talking to myself. Imagine being there. Yeah, I actually I don't live that far from Yellowstone. I think I'm only like 2.5 hours, and I've only been there once, so one could argue I'm due for another trip. Elon returns to flight with Falcon 992 launches tomorrow, one from Cape Kennedy and the other from Kennedy Space Center. I've lost too many collectibles to floods at the lake house. TGIF. And that is definitely a sentiment, John, that I can get behind. This has been a very long week. Um, and for reasons I can't go into, but if I did, you would understand just how long of a week it's been. Um, so I'm ready for it to be over, and I'm ready not to have to work and just relax. And just to remind you guys, please hit the like button if you would. I always appreciate that number. Do you have your camera? Yes. I got it to work. I can't remember which time, but one of the more recent times, yes, I got it to work, John. Just waiting for the computer to quit being stupid. It doesn't want to go. Oh boy, let me go grab my mouse. Oh, there it went. And Greg says he wants some ribs. Not a bad choice. And I saw a meme this morning. I almost saved it and sent it to Mrs. Chip because I thought it was really funny. It was one where it said, I woke up this morning and opened my Bible app, and it said it needed 8 updates. I don't know why. What's changed? Did Eve and Adam eat 2 apples instead of 1? But anyway, a little humor for you. And I really apologize. This thing's really being slow. It's a good thing we only got a little bit left to go. Okay, so let's throw this guy here. And I'll tell you what, this is really cool looking set, man. Just all the detail to it and everything. All right, we got some flags to put up. What's my favorite burger? Well, there's this place in Springfield, Utah, or Springville. Can't remember. It's Springville because Springfield's the Simpsons. So yeah, Springville. And it's called Brand X Hamburgers. And Brand X is one of my favorites because when I used to live there, we used to go on the lunch breaks to that place, and it's a mom and pop little shop. However, instead of charging exorbitant prices and having small burgers like some of the other joints, they actually have hamburgers that are this big and they're just huge and they're juicy and they're great. They don't skimp on the price or the quality. And boy, I used to love going in there. In fact, it's making me think about it. Maybe one of these days I got to go down there. But Springville is like 2.5 hours from me now. It's pretty far. Sometimes I wonder why I moved out this far, but I do enjoy it. So don't get me wrong, I do. I just really enjoy it. And Camden McKinney, how you doing, man? And John or Greg, no, I have not been to Torrey, Utah. At least that I can remember. I don't drink, so it wouldn't be because of that. Camden, yeah, I'm having a great day. What kind of day are you having, man? Go to Skinwalker Ranch. I've seen some stories about that, about the cattle that kind of, I don't want to say disappeared, but kind of did, and they were killed. Yeah, that's a weird story, John or Greg. Boy, oh boy, I'm reading that and I can't even think of it. Yeah, UFO stuff. That's correct. I think it was Ballin, Mr. Ballin, that told that story that I saw the first time. I've since seen a couple other ones. And what's Mel's Hole? Anybody ever heard of Mel's Hole? That supposedly goes to the center of the earth or something. I don't know. I have not been there. Okay, so we got this here, but it doesn't. Oh, okay. So on the back side, let's put this away. Okay, so I used the wrong piece. Let me fix that up real quick. No, but I have been to a town, Greg, called Thistle, and there's only a few people left in Thistle, and that's because it got flooded out. There was it wasn't a dam; it was just a normal like area, and what had happened was there was a landslide at some point, and the landslide went over the river, and then the river backed up, and then it broke. And when it broke, there was so much water, it flooded out the town, and most people have left there and never come back. But I went there at, I was probably 18, 19. Just went for Sunday drive, as they call it. And, it was pretty cool. I want to go to a place, if you look it up, it's called Roundhouse, Utah. And it's the remnants of an old train roundhouse. And the only thing that's left is the foundation. What the heck is that? And speaking of trains, if you guys know what the Pacific Big Boy is, he just came through the Salt Lake area a couple days ago. A bunch of my friends, my dad, and other people had it on Facebook, and I thought that was pretty dang cool, but I was not able to go. All right. So what would you guys like to see me build next? The Parisian Street, like modular, that's part of this Bricklink Designer, or the general store? I'm going to do both. The Great Salt Air. I have definitely been to the Great Salt Air. And that thing unfortunately has a very troubled past. It has been destroyed a couple of times. But somebody keeps dumping money into it. The latest thing I've seen is they do concerts out of it. So the Lunar Land Rover. I don't have that one, John. Not most recent ones. Just trying to follow directions here, so sorry. I don't mean to ignore the comments, but just for a little bit, I am going to ignore them. Rue is on my bed barking for a belly rub. She's quite the character. All right. Well, this is supposed to fit in here, but there it goes. I don't want to lay it down because it'll destroy this, and that was hard enough to put together, so there we go. Okay, so we have the last bit of this tower built. I like the snow caps, the chimneys, or chimney, the flags, the owl. But as you see, it's got some really cool detail to it. Let's go ahead and throw it on here. Oh, and see, you guys can't even see it. The Mountain Meadow Massacre. I have definitely heard about that, Greg. And that's a very sad story. Okay. So here we have it. Bags 1 through 23, which is the complete entire set. And yep, you guys see Enzo laying over there on the ground. He's all conked out. What is the most expensive set you have built? That would be the Ultimate Collector Series Millennium Falcon #2. It sells for like $800 something. All right, so here we got it. Do a complete 360. I still love that front gate. I just think that looks really freaking cool. The other side. Yeah, Aerosmith, Take Me to the Other Side. And then we got this. I love that window. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful right there. And then last but not least, the last side. And probably one of my favorite things of all is this drawbridge and how it's actually functional. And then you can just do this. And if it lines up, it'll fall all the way. Yep, it did. And the iron gate does the same thing right here. If you play with this, it'll wake its way up. And then one last thing, you can just, and it falls. There we go. Oh, actually they did, John. They did. Too bad they didn't do a very detailed kit of the Disney Castle. Oh, yes, they did, John. I'll be right back. I just never gotten around to building it. You can see the dust where I just put my hands up here. I've had it sitting for ages. Yeah, Grandbaby 1 does have it. Yep. I've got both versions. They made 2 versions of this. The first version is in the shop right now, and it's in 1,000 pieces because of the move. So I've had it for a few years, and then this one came out, and I bought it, and I just never got around to it. So maybe this will be a set of live streams too. But anyways, guys, I do appreciate your support. Please hit the like button. If you're over on Rumble, hit that Rumble button, which is the same as the like button. Anyways, guys, I do appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll catch you guys on the next video live stream.